20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set. 60 or. Fair, fair.
On first down, Bowman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2nd and 3. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Small! Hurry!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
General West.
A 7-yard loss.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bowman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happened.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Look at me, zipper.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and 11. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check the backer, check the backer. Out, 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 out.
They'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making onto the football, so I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we really
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. It's Bowman, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Brushing off defenders. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Clifford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10. We're going to work at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And Wilson has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. On 1st down, Bowman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And no return possible. Here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly
That's
clear
true.
by
That is
the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They run it again with Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's see what you got.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Clifford. He completes it to Wilson. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Go now. 60 or.
A gain of 13 yards.
Squeeze. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Bowman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
50, play. Hard.
The 50-yard line.
Switch it up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of full time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we do share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Slam. Showing it.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The 39-yard line.
Check. Lucky. Check. Hit it.
Going again on the ground here with Hill.
Check three.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
You got it.
And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up the throw. And And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. On 1st down, it's Bowman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Clifford, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
56 is the mic.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
70, 80.
51 36, 36. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
General West.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Steve Griffin.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there.
Struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lambeau on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Go!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the struggle's intense.